No, let's go ahead and change the settings here right quick. Welcome to my first live. Yes, we are here. See, let me know if you can hear me. Drop a comment in the comment section below if you can hear me. I want to make sure I am heard. Okay, let me know if you can hear me in the comment section below. Drop a comment if you can hear me. Let me know before I get into it. We want to make sure the sound is correct before we get into it. Let me know. Am I heard? All right. Okay. All right, perfect. So we are all connected and live. So welcome back to my next location. My name is Princella. We're switching things up a little bit. If you've been on my channel, you know that I'm here to share my flight attendant journey with you guys. I recently applied to become a flight attendant with a major. Oh, why am I hearing the feedback? I recently applied to become a flight attendant with the U.S. mainline, and sorry, I'm getting some feedback and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, but we're just gonna move past that. In today's video, I have been sharing my journey with you guys from when I applied, when I became a flight attendant, and then now like I said in my last video, or you would see my last video, that I have a training date assigned. I'm about to go for training, so I just wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I was packing for training. Some of the things that I was packing for training. So I'm just going to start off with the training essentials, the things that I was asked to bring for training, because there's several categories of it. There's the business attire, the training attire, among other things. So today's video will strictly focus on the things that I'm taking to training. So yeah, it's a lot. It feels like I'm going to boarding school all over again. So let's get into it. One thing I will say is that I am packing about a week and a half early because I want to get all my clothing, everything I need clothing wise ready, or apparel ready. That way, if eventually the day comes near, I can focus more on the paperwork that I would need, because based on the base that I get, I might have to go through the visa application process, and that might require a lot of documentation. So I just want to be ready. To be ready is to be on time. So that's the mode we're in right now. But it is my first live. It is my first live, so there will be a lot of movement around and everything. So yeah, let's just get into it. So first of all, the worst specific requirements and um, restrictions with regards to what can be worn and when it can be worn. So I am sending like double, triple of everything just to be on the safer side. I am the person to overpack because as I'm packing, I am thinking of the worst case scenario. What if my skirt gets torn? What if it gets stained? What if it doesn't meet the supposed requirement, even if I thought it would? What if my blazer is too big? It's too loose? It is what it is. So I like to get ready for the worst case scenario. So I am overpacked and over overpacked essentially. I do have a ton of things here. So what I'm going to do is that I do have them lined up here. I will definitely let me tilt the camera a bit so that we can all see what I'm talking about. So yes, I do have them lined up here. I do have my suitcase here. So for the purpose of demonstrating, I'm definitely going to pack all these into one suitcase. However, however, like I said, I always think of the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario can be that I might lose a suitcase. I am taking two check-in bags and then a carry-on. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to split my attire into the two bags. That way, if I should get a bag delayed or a bag missing in the process of me traveling to the location for training, I at least have a bag with clothing that I can wear for my training. Always remember, pro tip, if you won't take anything out of this live, take the fact that if you're packing to anywhere, split your clothing. If you have two bags, split them. So what I'm going to do is that if I have four blazers, for example, I'm going to put two blazers in one bag, two in the other. If I have four skirts, I'm going to do two, two. If I have six shirts, it's going to be three and three. That way, I have an even number of clothing available to me depending on what happens because you never know what's going to happen. And I just want to be ready. That's all I'm saying. Period. So I'm just going to do a run through with you guys with what I have. And then we're just going to start unpacking. I will definitely show you guys the few things that I'm taking for regular clothing wise, essentially clothing that I won't be using for training, something that I'm going to wear in the hotel. I do not plan on going out or sightseeing that much, but you always got to be ready because you never know what's going to happen. So I'm definitely taking a few things here and there. I did pack a few workout clothes as well, just so that I'm prepared, just in case I do want to get on my fitness vibe, because I do want to get on it. It's just that the soul is willing, but the body is not willing. Okay, so let's just get into it. So starting off, I'm just gonna shift us over here right quick so you guys can have a better view of what I'm talking about as I talk about it. So let's tilt this camera just a little bit. All right. So this is what we have. Essentially, I am packing three blazers. Let me grab these right quick. Oh, it's actually four. Yes. So these are my blazers. So I'm taking this because it's my favorite blazer. I wore this when I went for my event day and I got my CJO. So it's now officially my good luck blazer. Let's put that back. And then I have this, which is a navy blue blazer. Let me just show you. That being said, since we're already in this live, I do want to share with you guys that I know somebody on one of my videos, my event day videos, was asking some of the things you could wear to attend your event day. So this is what I wore. I wore a black skirt. So for my event day, I wore this skirt. This is what I wore. I wore that skirt, a white tank top or inner, a white inner, and then I wore this blazer. So that was what I wore. I did because when you're going for the event day, they'll essentially send you an email letting you know the colors they want you to wear, the kind of apparel they want you to put on. So for me, they wanted dark colors, and they said like navy blue, dark, black, among other things. So I wanted to near side darker colors. However, I wanted something to pop as well. I wanted something that would be bright, allow me to stand out, but not necessarily break the rules. White is white. They did not say you can't wear white. So, and since I dressed in a set like a suit form, I had my vest, which was white. That way, I get the pop that I need, and then I was able to wear this. And as much as this is black and white, it has a pattern to it that allows me to stand out. So keep that in mind. Moving on back to the packing situation. Like I said, I have this blazer, and then I have this. This is a navy blue blazer as well. So my goal is that I can wear this navy blue, a white inner, and black skirt. Or I can wear this on my dresses. And then I have a gray jacket blazer style, suit style, because I do have gray pants that I do want to match them with because there are going to be business attire days when we're required to wear business attire. So I usually typically would near towards wearing dresses because dresses are easy. I just wear a dress and I'm good to go. So that's what I would typically prefer. The next blazer, so I am taking four blazers because I want to near on the safer side. I also took different colors. So I have gray, I have black and white, I have navy blue, and I have black. So this is the other blazer, which is the black one. So if you're looking or wondering what sort of jackets you should take, please take this. I am not a suit like set kind of person. I typically get blazers and then I get inners and then I get pants to match them because I don't like for whatever reason whenever I buy a suit set, they don't fit properly. The pants would either be too big or too tight or the jacket will be too big or too small. So I don't even bother to get what do you call it, suit sets. I just try and do my own mix and match just to see how it turns out. That being said, I did say I'm taking four blazers, but correction, I am taking five because I will be wearing one of them. When you're going for your flight attendant training, you will be required, at least with the airline that I apply to travel wearing business attire. So I do have what do you call it? I do have a blazer that I will be wearing for my travel. I would definitely do a quick video on what I'm wearing to training. That way, you guys can have an idea of what the expectations are so that you know some of the options you have available to you to do. So, flight attendant training is definitely no joke. It is definitely no joke. It is serious business. I do want to add this in though because it can get quite expensive. I'm not gonna lie. It can get quite expensive, like for real. I'm not here to joke. Give me 1 second. Let's get this camera correct. It can get expensive. It can get expensive real quick. But the good thing is that in my past life, I did work in a professional work environment. I have been working with in a professional work environment ever since I started working. I've worked in the bank before. I've worked in several offices before, so I do have business wear or business attire. So majority of the things that I have already been pre-purchased. Either I bought them, never wore them, or I bought them to work in my previous company that I used to work for. The other thing also is that some of the clothing that I have in general, I tend to do like bulk shopping, whether I need the clothing in the moment or not. If it fits, I'm buying it. And once I do that, I usually do that once a year. And once I make those purchases, I tend not to wear all of them throughout the year. So that gives me the ability to have clothing available. So the only thing that I actually had to purchase were the white shirt, which we'll get to soon for training day. So it can get real expensive if you are on a budget because it's necessary to be on a budget because being a flight attendant, once you start, some companies don't pay for training. And even if they do, like the airline that I'm going for training with, they only pay you like the minimum wage. You don't get the flight attendant pay. So you have to make sure that you're spending wisely in as much as all these things are required. If you don't already have them, Goodwill is available, Value Village is available. Check Walmart, but go as cheap as possible because you only need these things because you're going for training. You probably might not wear these things ever again. So there's no point investing so much in them, especially if you can't afford it. I would rather advise you save your money. That way, depending on what base you get assigned and you have to stay in hotels or move around, all that stuff, you know that you have some sort of security or money saved up as a cushion for you to cover your bills, especially when you're going for training. My training is 6 weeks. And if I'm getting minimum wage, Atlanta minimum wage, not Washington State minimum wage, that's a problem because I live in Washington State. Whatever money you're giving me in Atlanta cannot sustain the lifestyle or the life that I live in Washington State. So I need something. So I just wanted to add that disclaimer right quick. So back to the packing stuff. So like I said, I have my blazers right here. I'm taking five blazers. I'm wearing one to the airport. And then I added sweaters. So sweaters were things that I did not have that many of. So I do have one. I've had this for a while. I did want a button-up sweater, but I did not have like I have, but not the colors that I would want, black or navy blue. So I do have this sweater, and then I took this sweater. I bought this, never worn it before. So I took this sweater because even though there's no button or zip to it, I plan on using a safety pin to pin it up so it gives me like a pinned up or button down look. So that's like a backup sweater for me. And I believe the color requirements were navy blue and black. So we have that. So that's two. Moving on, my pants. So I took a little bit of everything. There's a mix, it's a whole mix and match situation here. So pants. I did take gray pants. Like I said, this was purchased for me some time back. I've never worn it because I've never had a need to wear it. So these are my gray pants to go with the gray jacket if necessary. I do have some blouses here as well that I'm gonna show you guys soon. So these are pants. I have gray and then I have black. And these are, I believe they call these Docker style pants. Yes, these are Docker style pants, like office pants or however, I don't know, but I believe it's called Docker style pants. Yes. So essentially, that's what it is. Just in case you're wondering what kind of pants. One thing I will add is that they will definitely give you a detailed prospectus of what to bring along for training. And trust me, I literally had to go through the prospectus and then write down the pain points, the main thing I needed to focus on, like color, what goes with what I can wear with what, because there are instructions on how you're going to have to dress or pair these things up. So it's just you don't have to memorize it. Obviously, you can always refer to it, but for me, when I went through it, my main focus in that moment was to figure out what I already had and what I needed to get in addition to what I already had. And based on my assessment, what I needed to get were white shirts and a swimsuit. So I had to get white shirts, and then all the others I already had. So that was easy. So I have two pants plus this one, three pants. This is a little bit tricky because this is very, very high waist and it has a very wide leg, but it is black and I can wear this with a blazer. So I'm just hoping that it's okay. It's just extremely bigger than me. So I'm hoping because they specifically specify that they don't want clothing that is too tight or too loose. So, or too baggy. So there we go. So this is the last one. And I got this from Fashion Nova. If you guys are wondering where I got this, I got these pants from Fashion Nova. This is from Fashion Nova. And then these two were from Walmart. Like I said, Walmart is easy for me to shop at. I get my size every single time and I get what I want on a budget. So that's where we are. Moving on to the skirts. So we did blazers with this sweater and then we did the pants. Now we're going to skirts. So, like I said, this is my lucky skirt. I wore this skirt when I went for my event day and I did get my CJO. So, hey, this is the skirt. I did wear this. It's my favorite skirt because it fits perfectly. I've had it for almost 10 years now. I've had it for quite some time. So, I love them. And then I'm taking one, two, three, four, five. I'm taking five skirts, and they're all black skirts. I don't have any navy blue skirts or gray skirts. So I went with what I had. So this skirt I got from Ghana. So I'm sorry, I cannot tell you guys where to get it because I got it from my home country, and it doesn't have any sort of tag or label or anything for me to know what kind of brand it is for you to search for it. But it's amazing. I get compliments all the time. This is from Express. This skirt was actually a gift. It's from Express. My only concern with my skirts is that they might near slightly above the knee, and they want your skirts in the middle of your knee. So I have to be very particular about what I'm gonna do. But I did not want to make any additional purchases because I won't necessarily wear these things anymore. And I didn't want to invest money in that. As long as I had one skirt that or two skirts that put were above or in between in the middle of my knees, that's what I needed. And I have two, at least two. The others I do have to push and tug and move and shift things around a bit just to get them above the knee. But I got this skirt from Express. I've had it. It was a gift from Express. So this is from Express. So if you're looking for something like this, please check Express. They are quite expensive. So if you're looking for something on the budget, yeah, don't go to Express. They can get expensive real quick. And then this is the other one. So this is also a high waist skirt. My only concern with this is the mesh at the bottom here, but they didn't necessarily specify. Well, they said holes. Would this cover? Would this fall on the holes in your clothing? Because they didn't want holes. They don't want holes in your clothing. So will this cover? Will this suffice as holes in your clothing? I don't know, but I guess we're just gonna take it along and see what happens. But remember, you can't have holes or tearing in your clothing. But this is not necessarily holes, so I guess I'll see. But if you want something more conservative and safe, just go with these two. You can never go wrong with these two. So this is it. But I don't know. The other one, I don't know. It said hose, no hose. So I can't, I mean, can you see me through this? I don't know. But I have four skirts, so I'm ready. I'm ready for any situation. I have a sewing kit, so I can literally patch some things in and cover it up. So we're ready. My last skirt is this. So this is also an elastic. This skirt I got from Ross. Depending on how I wear it, it can be above my knee or in the middle of my knee. So I can adjust this to fit. The express skirt that I refer to, that one is more sewn to fit the body. So where it sits, it's where it stays. So this is more or less like a backup just in case anything happens. And then I have the three that are actually on point. So remember, if you're just joining this live, like I mentioned earlier, you will receive a detailed prospectus of what the expectations are. Give me one second. It is getting mighty hot in here. Okay, we're back. So yes, they will give you a detailed perspective of what they want. So I would say my advice to you is take your time and read it. It can be intimidating at first, but once you start going through it and just taking note of what you need to remember. So for me, what I did personally was that I took the prospectus, I read through it line by line, every single bullet point, and then I categorized everything. So there were portions that spoke about, let's say, visa application, what you needed for that. I bullet point and wrote down every single documentation I needed and how I needed it. Needing copies of your passport, that's all included. Then it moved on to general appearance in terms of your hair, your nails, um, your glasses, what you should wear, contact lenses, braces, like such detailed information you would be told. None of those things applied to me. So I moved on. So then the next part will probably, I believe, was what they do not want. So holes in clothing, like I said, too baggy, too tight, super short. So they would give you all that information so you have an idea of what not to bring at all. One thing, one section of the prospectus that they did not really make strict was the business attire. They did say conservative and then also how you should button your shirt, how you should appear, how you should look, and some of the things you could wear, like blazers and skirts or dresses, but they did not specify the colors. However, I referred to the event day packet, which spoke about colors, which were navy blue, black, among other things. So that's what I neared towards. That's why you will notice that my blazers are all black, navy blue, and gray. And then my sweaters are navy blue. And then my pants are also black and gray because I want to be as dark as possible. My only concern were dresses, for example. They did not state anything about dresses. The only thing they said about what they didn't want was like hateful speech on shirts, or they did specify something like that with regards to like patterns and images on your clothing and stuff like that, but not necessarily like no patterns in your dress or anything. But they will tell you in that type. But based on what the information that I got, I feel like my dresses are okay because under the business attire section, they did not say that, oh, we want solid black dresses. Under training attire, they did specify if they wanted solid blue, solid black, white, or whatever it is. But then under the business attire, they didn't really specify the color. But like I said, I referred to my event day packet, which said dark colors. So that's what we're nearing towards. So now that we have the blazers, the sweater, the pants, and the skirt, I also took leggings. So these, not leggings, slacks actually. So these slacks for me are going to focus on, I bought these primarily for my training days. So when you get your perspectives, they provided a division, like several sections, right? So there's a business attire section and there's a training section, and the details they do provide for each section will let you know that, hey, business attire, you're going to wear these clothing at least out of the 41 days that you're going to be for training. You're going to wear business attire 8 to 9 days, you will be told. And then the training attire are clothing you're going to be wearing mostly throughout the training. So because it's going to take up more days, they didn't really specify how many days. But business attire was worn or will be worn um, 8 to 9 days. So I have options, so I'm covered. And I added, because I can wear skirts for the training day, I decide I have enough skirts there, so I'm covered. So what I decided to do was to add some slacks. You can't not wear leggings. Leggings are not permitted. Sweatshirts like what I'm wearing, these are not allowed. You, the only thing that were allowed for the training attire were slacks, and then I believe shirts, and the shirt has to be white. So it can be a polo style shirt, button up polo style shirt, or a colored polo style shirt. So be mindful of that. You cannot wear just t-shirts, sweatshirts, none of that. You can't even wear business attire for training day. Like they have strict requirements for what you should wear. So moving on to my stuff, I have these. I only had I actually have three slacks, but one had a gold zipper, and I felt like that might not go well because they don't want anything dainty or too flashy all over you. So I took these two. These I already had. I bought this like about 4 years ago. So I've had this for a while, a long time. I just never wore it. So I have these two. These were slack. I got them from Ross. If you're looking for some quality stuff, brand quality stuff, if you're all about brand, you can also go to Ross. Ross will give you the markdown prices for these brand items. I just go for what's comfortable and if it fits. And so I got this from Raw. So these are slacks. It gives a leggings feel, but it's not necessarily so. These are slack. And here we are. I have this. So I have two slacks, which are black, and then this is the other one. And they will tell you or give you specifications of how low your pants should be. They cannot be too crowded or too long where it crowds up at your ankle or your feet area, or it cannot be more than an inch above your ankle. That's how specific and to the point the prospectus was. So please be mindful. And what I've heard is that they take it very seriously. They're not playing when they say ABC. So yeah, there will be an opportunity to wear denim jeans. So they want dark blue with no fading at all. So luckily for me, I had this. I had made this purchase once again a few years ago, never worn, and I got these navy blue pants that I have. I luckily had one, but I didn't have another, and I did not want to buy another one. So this might not qualify as dark blue, but this is my backup in case of emergency. But don't listen to this. This is what you should take. This is dark blue. No fades, nothing. As you can see, the thigh area has no fades at all. It is navy blue, full navy blue. Like this what it is. Like this is what you should get. This is what they want. Not too tight, not too baggy. Remember that. Moving on to the dresses. So I took one, two, three, four. I took four dresses. Like I said, with the business attire section, they did not specify um, the color. I mean, not the color, but like whether they didn't want patterns or like anything or markings on your clothing. Nothing like that was there, and I didn't see something like that to the T under the things not allowed. So I just went with what I got, but I focused more so on darker colors. Like once again, I've had these for years. This is like almost 10 years already. So I've had these for years. Some I've worn before, some I haven't. Don't run to buy new stuff because you're going for training. Once again, the flight attendant position requires you to wear a uniform. So if you're going to be in uniform, this is not the uniform. You're going to be provided with a uniform. So why spend so much money getting new clothing that you wouldn't necessarily use? So keep that in mind. All right. So this is the first dress that I'm taking. It's a polka dot gray dress. It's a polka dot gray dress. And with this dress, I don't necessarily have to wear a blazer with it. So here we are. I've had this for like a few years now. So I like dresses. Dresses are easy. You put it on and you go. And they did state that when you wear a dress, you don't necessarily have to wear a blazer with the dress. I think the blazers go with the pants and the shirt, yeah. But with dresses, you don't have to wear blazers, I believe. It's not required or that has to do with socks. It's gonna be in the perspective. So this is just me showing you guys what I'm taking and how I'm going to pack it in my luggage. If you're just joining the live, I did mention that I'm taking two check-in bags, and what I'm going to do is that I will split for the purpose of just showing you guys what I'm taking. I will pack all this into one bag. However, when I do my final packing, I will split my attire into two different bags. So if I have four blazers, two would go in one bag, two would go in the other bag. If I have four skirts, there'll be an even split. If I have two sweaters, there'll be an even split. The reason is that, in as much as I'm traveling with the company that I'm going to work for, I also know that unforeseen circumstances can happen. I might end up losing a luggage or something. So I want to be prepared and ready just in case that happens. So if I split my clothing, I would have enough of everything on both sides. That way, whichever luggage I get, I still have something I can work with. So keep that in mind. The other dresses, so this is dress number one. This is dress number two. This dress I've had once again for years. It was a gift. I've had it for almost 10 years now, if not, like it's been there for a while. And I've been wearing it for quite some time. And then this dress I got from Ross. One of my shopping sprees, I decided that, hey, I need a black dress in my closet, and I bought this dress. So if nothing at all, I have at least a black dress that I can wear. So I got this from Ross. It was not even that expensive. I believe it was what? 9.99. Exactly. This is 9.99. 9.99. There we go. Very cheap, very affordable. I can pair this with a blazer and I'm good to go. And I already have a black blazer, so we're all set. And then this one is another dress. This is kind of more towards the risky side because the back is cut very low. However, this is more so like a backup attire. If I had to choose what dresses I would wear, it would be the first three. This is more so like, hey, just in case you need that extra dress. And this dress can go casual and at the same time can go, once I put a blazer on it, it looks professional. So that's a way to, that I can upstyle this or downstyle, however you guys say it. Moving on to the very important part. So when you get the prospectus is going to state what you're going to wear at what time and what you can wear. Under the training attire section, they were very specific. No leggings, but you could wear slacks. You could wear. Let me see if I can pull it up. But essentially, they were very specific to what they wanted. And one of the things they wanted were for you to wear white shirt. So, based on the information that I could read or deduce from the email, it seems like the only shirt I can wear is a white colored shirt or a white polo shirt. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So, I made sure that I got a lot of white shirts. And this is where I had to invest a lot in because I only had two white shirts. I thought I wanted to get polo shirts as well, but I couldn't find any. So all I did was to get they call it the Oxford style button up shirt. That's what I got. And they all needed to be white. So let's go for the training attire. Training attire. All right, so let's go to training attire. Yes, so training attire, your skirts or dresses can be black and solid black only. So I have my black dress here, so I can wear this black dress to training. So training attire, they said they want solid black dress only. Oh, I think someone left a comment. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. All right. So yes, with the training, they only wanted solid black dress only. That's all. So for training attire, remember there's a difference. There's a training attire, and then there is a business attire. On the business attire, there's no specification of the color of the dress or the pants you wear. They only tell you what type and how you should pair them. That's all. However, for training attire, if I want to wear a skirt or a dress, it has to be solid black. So I do have a solid black dress here, and I do have a solid black skirt as well. I have a few. So I'm covered with regards to skirts. And it tells you the length of the skirts. All skirts and dresses must fall no higher than the middle of the knee when standing. So keep that in mind. So I have one solid dress I can take for training, and then I have solid skirts as well. In terms of shirts, you can only wear solid white shirts. Solid white shirts only. Colored, short sleeve, long sleeve, Oxford style is what I'm about to show you guys. And then it goes on to talk about sweaters and vests during the training for your training attire. Um, it goes along to say that sweaters and vests must be black or navy. So my sweater are navy. They will provide you, at least with the airline that I work for, I believe they will provide you with a navy blue sweater that you can wear. I think that's a sweater you're even supposed to wear. It's like a jacket form that you're supposed to wear when you're walking in the hallways of the training center. So for me, I would essentially towards just wearing that jacket over whatever sweater that I have at all times because those corporate buildings can be cold sometimes, and I want to layer up and be ready. So it tells you here, white collar shirts must be worn under a sweater or a vest. So I have a sweater. So if I wear my white shirt with my black slack or my black skirt, I wear a sweater on top of it and I'm good to go. All right. So the instructions are very clear, all the way to the shoes and the belt you should wear. So keep that in mind. Moving on to the shirts. Like I said, I only personally had two shirts, and that was where I invested the most amount of funds. These white shirts are not cheap. Prepare to spend at least $20 on a shirt. I'm gonna be real with you. The ones that are nearing around 13, 14, they're not the best quality. So prepare to spend $20 on a white shirt. So if you don't have one now, please start saving up or start investing in white shirts, please. I had, like I said, two already. So this was one of them. This I've had for several years. I wore them when I worked at the bank. So I have this shirt. I wanted polo shirts, but I could not find any with the period of time that I had, and I did not want to order anything on Amazon. So if you really like wearing polo shirts compared to the Oxford style colored shirt, button up shirt, then I would say at least get two for now, while you wait to get your training date assigned or while you wait for training because your prospectus is sent to you 2 weeks before training. And I did not want to risk ordering anything from Amazon, especially with the weather conditions that are going on. So I just went to the store and got what I could because they did specify that I could wear the Oxford style shirt, which is this, or a polo button up polo shirt. So either way, I'm good. So yes, I got this I already had. So that's one. And because the training day is going to be more than any other day, I wanted to get a lot more clothing for those days. And because these are white shirts and anything can happen, I decided to make sure that I had enough. So I got six white shirts. That way I have six shirts I can wear for the entire week because especially whereas take it I can speak now. The training day will span between 5 to 6 days. We might have a sixth day, we might not have a sixth day, but for sure, we won't have a seventh day to go for training. So we would definitely have one day off in the week for to ourselves. So I wanted to make sure that I had six white shirts. That way, I have a white shirt for every single day. I don't plan on wearing it that way. However, at least I have one shirt per day, and then I can do my laundry on the last day. So this is one. And then this is the other one. This is my other white shirt, which is also the Oxford style colored shirt. And these shirts, I had to scout for them but I know Walmart right now has white shirts. Let me show you the one I got from Walmart. So this white shirt was from Walmart. It's 15.98. Yeah, 15.98. So this is how it looked. Even this shirt I got from Walmart. Yes, this one, yep. It's funny, it's the same brand, but the texture is different. This is more elastic and stretchy, and this is more so firm and not a stretchy material. They will state for you not to wear like stretchy materials and stuff like that, but the good thing about this shirt is that it's not tight, it's loose, so it just fits perfectly. I don't have to worry about it. So this is also from Walmart. So I got this a few years ago from Walmart. It's the same brand, but like I said, different textures. And make sure it's white because I saw a couple of shirts that looked nice, but they were more seemingly off white. So pay attention to that. So this I got recently from Walmart. It came this season. It's currently there. So if you're looking for an Oxford style button down colored shirt, this is something you can consider. I wanted long sleeves as well, or I was glad I got long sleeves because, like I said, these corporate buildings can get cold real fast. And the day that I went for my event day, there were several people that were freezing. I was not cold because I wore fleece pantyhose. But this time around, I won't be able to wear fleece pantyhose because they do specify what kind of pantyhose they want you to wear if you want to wear them. For training purposes, when you wear your flight attendant uniform, you do have to wear a skin tone pantyhose. However, during the training, like the training attire and the business attire, you're not required to wear that. But I mean, when you're working as a flight attendant, sorry, you're not required to wear pantyhose. It's optional if you want to. But even if you do wear them, they want it to be your skin tone. So keep that in mind. So this was another shirt that I got. I got this from Marshalls. I went to about three different stores. I went to Marshalls, Ross, Walmart, and I believe Old Navy as well. I didn't get anything at Old Navy. Um, so this is from Marshalls. This is a little bit more glossy and shiny, but the good thing is that when we wear the white color shirts, we're required to wear a vest or a sweater on top. So a lot portions of these clothing will not be exposed. And that's a good thing because if you're nearing you're on a budget and all that good stuff, depending on how you keep your body hygienic, your body hygiene, you can wear these twice. So if you're clean on the up and up and the down and wherever, you can wear these twice. They do advise that you should get a stain remover as well. So just in case there's any spot treatment you need to do, you can do so, especially in the collar area, because that can grab some stains real quick. And just in case you don't have bleach, you're covered because I can't take bleach with me. So what I'm going to do is that I did get my stain remover. So before I put this in the laundry machine to wash it, I will use the stain remover to clean areas like the collar neck and the wrist. If there's any stain there out of from sweat or it rubbing against my skin, my lotion or residue, so that I can remove those stains and then I can wash it. That way, there's a higher chance of no stain lasting or lingering behind even after a wash. So this is from Marshall. This was, I think, the cheapest white shirt that I got, and this was like 14.99, and this was the cheapest. So gotta be ready. And once again, these were the only things that I actually had to spend a lot of money on within a short period of time because I did not have enough. All right, so the next one I have is from Ross. This is actually the cheapest. This is actually the cheapest. This was 12.99 from Ross. And you know how Ross can be, but I found a white shirt sitting there amongst the mist of so many clothing that were there. So this is also white. Remember, this is an Oxford style button up shirt, just in case you're wondering what kind of shirt this is. You can wear polo shirts. So remember, no t-shirts, but you can wear polo shirts. And this honestly is my favorite out of it all. It just feels so luxurious. But I did get this from Marshalls as well. And it was actually the most expensive shirt that I had purchased, which was 19.99. So I only found one size, one for my size. If I have found multiple, I probably would have bought all my other pairs because Ross, when I went there, I only found one that I liked. When I went to Marshall's, I found two. So if I had found multiple, I would have bought multiple. And Walmart had my size, I think two sizes for me, or two of my sizes available, but I didn't like the texture of the material of the shirt. I wish it was the one that I bought a few years ago because that one is easy to wash. It's easy to get stains out. But I didn't even think about it because I thought I could get more elsewhere and I just never returned. However, my training is in about a week, so I do have the ability to go back to Walmart and get more if I want to. But like I said, I'm taking six white shirts, and because I am required to wear a jacket or a vest or a sweater on it, it won't be exposed. So the chances of it getting dirty is very minimized. So if, like I said, body hygiene is perfect. You're good. You're always on point. You're showering twice, three times, whatever it is you need to do to keep yourself on point. You should be able to wear your shirt twice or two times before you actually have to wash it. That way, it means with six shirts, if I wear one, two times, it means I have 12 days of wearable shirt, all things being equal. But that's up to you. It's a personal choice, personal decision. Moving on, I took blouses. The other thing that I did notice was that they did, aside from the general unacceptable attire, they did not specify what they want your blouses to look like. Like they didn't really give any specifications. And then when I did watch a flight attendant who just recently went for her training, I noticed that she has some colored blouses. But I don't plan on wearing these blouses anyway because I do have my inner vests and stuff like that for my business attire because I prefer wearing those compared to wearing blouses under the jackets. So they're just backup, just in case. I am taking a few. So because I did not see any color restrictions for the blouses, I got a mix. So I do have some dark tone colors here, and then I also have some colors here. So, and then even though we were only required to bring white shirts, I decided to bring some dark color shirts as well, like navy blue and black, just in case as well. Like I said, I always want to have backup. So I took a few. Like I said, I did not necessarily see any specifics as to how your blouse should look. And if I'm going to wear my blouses with my business attire, they did not specify there either. So it is what it is. Whenever there's a loop, we're just going to take advantage of that to give us a little bit of flexibility here because trust me, the requirements are strict. The next thing are what I'm going to wear with for my business attire or underneath my clothing, essentially. So this is a white vest. Once again, I got this from Walmart years ago. I usually buy a lot of them whenever they are in season or whenever they have them available. So I bought this and I took white most of the time or I'm taking white for the most part because white would go with everything I have here. The navy blues, the black jacket, the gray jacket. All I need to do is to wear this, put on my blazer, my pants, and I'm good to go. I have a whole full suit set. So I have another one here. Like I said, they do come in Walmart, different times, different styles, different fabric. So I have this as well. This is more on a tank top side. This can be worn as an undergarment as well, including this, depending on what you're wearing. And then this I've had once again for 4 years as well. I like the feel; it's very stretchy and it's easy to clean as well. All these are easy to clean. I usually go for the easy to clean stuff because we're not about that life. So there we go. I'm taking three of these for sure for my suits. And then another important spot, bathing suit. So as part of the training, we are going to be trained in water. At some point, we're going to get inside a pool. And getting inside the pool, the attire for that are swimsuit. They did not specify any colors that they required you to wear. The only thing was that you should, because you shouldn't wear super short stuff, I decided to get so for I'll show you the swimsuit, then I'll show you the cover up that I have. So I got two pieces of swimsuit. I wanted something I could wear again, and then something that would be suitable for the training as well. So I wanted both. That way, after training, when I do go on my layovers and stuff like that, and I do want to get in the pool, I do have a swimsuit that I can repurpose because I don't want to buy swimsuits now and then not be able to use it later. Because these swimsuits are not cheap. They are not cheap at all. So I believe each of them, one was 34.99 and the other was like 32.99. I'm not sure. I will try and leave a link to these swimsuits or bathing suits in the description box below because you do need them. I did not go for a bikini because it's too much. And that's just like the pool train is for training purposes, not for pleasure or leisure. So there's no point. I wanted something that would cover me more because obviously, like I said, they're going to be fellow students, trainers, like everybody's watching you. And yeah, no, we're not about that life. So, plus, I don't like things that expose me too much anyway. So, unless I want to, but not when I'm training. We're focused on training. This is not pleasure. So, this is a three piece. I got a brighter color and a conservative color as well. So I have both, whichever works, I'm there. Um, so this is a three piece. It comes with the bra. Very pretty. I love it. It is the fabric is amazing. The texture is amazing. The color is amazing. They do have multiple colors, but I wanted something bright. My goal is to get a lot of color in my life this year, so this is how we're starting. And it comes with the pants. And the pants fits perfectly. I did get a medium. I'm usually between a size 4 and a size 6. So, and then for my blouses, I tend to go for medium because of the arm length and then also the looseness of it. So, just in case anybody's watching, I am a medium shirt style girl, but for Oxford colored style shirts, I do go for small because the mediums are usually too big on the body side. But typically my blouses are medium, my shirts, t-shirts, polo shirts are medium, And then for my dresses, I go for 4 or 6. Pants, I go for 4 or 6. Four is like skin tight. Six is not too big, but not tight. So in between. So I'm just those are my sizes, just in case you're wondering. So for the swimsuit, I went for medium. And Amazon suggested I go for medium based on the past purchases that I have made clothing wise. So I went with that medium and it fits perfectly. It does cover your butt, so it's right up underneath your butt. It's not like your butt cheeks are popping out or anything. It fits very, very well. I like it's a 10 over 10 for this. If I have an Amazon storefront eventually, I'll definitely put it there for sure. It's amazing. And then that set came with this. So we're trying to look cute, you know? So how it looks now does not do it justice. The camera is not picking up the color. It looks really, really nice. It's so cute and it's so comfortable too. So that's my first set of bathing suit. And then I do have this as well. So I bought this. This is more like a dress kind of swimsuit. However, there's an under portion as well. So this is how it looks. So those of you out there who are going for your flight attendant training and you're looking for a swimsuit for training because at some point you're going to get in the pool, you can get something like this or something like the three-piece that I have. Like I said, they did not specify in terms of color. They just gave specifications. They will give specifications, but based on the specifications that they gave, these were suitable. However, like I said, the other set is short, and this has like a just a penny style underneath it. Even though there's a cover, I want it to be safe, right? So I got shorts as well. So this will be a cover up for me, just in case I'm gonna take this along, just in case they say, oh, your pants are too short, or you need something to cover your butt area, whatever, whatever. I got my backup. Like I told you, I always pack for the worst case scenario. So I am armed and ready. Okay. All right, moving on. We're almost there. Trust me, it is a lot, but we're almost there. I'm so glad you're here. If you do come across this, my playback or replay team, I appreciate you. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, support your girl. I am here giving you all the information you need to be successful for your flight attendant training. So the least you can do is to give your girl a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. All right, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you in advance, though. Let's see. We do have 4 people viewing this vid, 5 people viewing this video right now, and there's only 3 likes. No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. All right. So go ahead and like that video. It is my first live, so support me by giving me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that person that just liked that video. I appreciate you. Um, so the other thing are belts. So belts. Awesome. So for belts, they did specify that they do need it to be solid black. So solid black, and as usual, if you know me, I'm a girl who likes to have options. So I got 3 options here. I know it's extreme, but I'm sorry. I cannot live life without making sure that I have options. There needs to be an alternative. There needs to be a plan B, plan C, and plan D. So I did get this. I did get this belt. And if you're buying your belts, please, please, please. I have bought belts because I have worked in the corporate world and I've worn pants that required belts for corporate dresses and stuff like that or professional wear. Buy belts that allows you to have holes throughout the belt. Remember, if you don't take anything away from this thing, buy belts that have several holes on them. Like this, all these are holes. So this can literally go anywhere on the belt, anywhere on the belt. Perfect. I got this from Walmart. It was what, $8. So if I want to put this on a skirt that's high waist, I can put it on. The reason I'm saying that is because they did say that if you wear pants or skirt or anything that has belt hoops, if the belt hoops are visible, you have to put in a belt. You have to put it on a belt. So that's the reason why. Because this is adjustable. So in case I get a high waist skirt that goes on my upper waist, not necessarily right above my hip, I can adjust for it to fit. So I did get 3 belts. So I have this one, and then this I already had from a past life. I've had this for a while. As you can see, it's been worn out. So that's like a backup belt. And I got this. Once again, I got the belt with the hose all through it. So I can literally adjust this belt to any size at all. Remember, get that. It's perfect for your office wearing clothing because sometimes you can get a high waist skirt, you can get a high waist pants. And with this, they're saying if your belt hoops are visible, you need to put on a belt. So that's what you need to do. Keep that in mind. So I'm taking three belts. They want your blood, can't speak. They want your belts to be solid black. So I got three solid black belts right here. So now we're going to switch off to actually packing the clothing. Oh, no, let's go to shoes. Yes, don't forget the shoes because they had specifics with the shoes. So we're just gonna move, slide over here just a little bit. Let me just turn it this way so we can all see. We're good. All right. So the shoes. The shoes are kind of tricky, especially for me, because like I said, I'm on a budget. I'm not here to spend too much money, right? However, there were specifics that I needed to follow with regards to the shoes. So sneakers wise, they said you can wear any color sneakers. However, you can't have like mixed colors, like bright colors or something like that. There was a rule or something about it, but it said any color. And based on the requirement that it stated, this cleared for me. So I have this for sneakers. On the days that we're wearing like denim jeans and stuff like that, I can wear this with my jeans. And then I took another pair of sneakers. Like I said, I'm a girl who likes to have options. So just in case I didn't read things correctly and I took this, I have all black sneakers as well. And this, I was nearing towards using this for workout as well. So I have two pairs of sneakers. And then I am super tall, so I don't like wearing like super high heels or anything. And I wanted to get a pair of shoes that I can actually use for work after the training because I don't want to invest in shoes that I will not be able to wear again. So what I did was I bought Clark's. These are Clark's shoes. They're loafers, and I bought them. They did give inch the heel of your how high your heels should be. It should not be less than I think half an inch. Yes, it shouldn't be less than half an inch, and it shouldn't be more than 3 inches. So this, I believe, is like 2.5 inches. So I'm right in the middle. And I did get this because they're super comfortable. I can use it later after training, so I don't have to like. It's not like I'm throwing money away. I did not get pencil heel or the little pointy heels because I will be walking. I will be carrying a whole carry-on with the lunchbox and all the other stuff, and I want to be as comfortable as possible. And the airports can be slippery at times, so I'm not really a heel person. So I just went with what was comfortable. So this is what I would essentially be wearing with my flight attendant uniform and my business attire dependent. I can also wear my flats or my loafers with my business attire as well. They did state that they want your shoes to be smooth leather, like smooth leather black. So I had already bought these. So worst case scenario, if they say, oh, the stitching or whatever, they don't want any contrasting stitching and anything on the shoes as well. So I bought this from Walmart and it's from Clark's. Yeah, so this is the pair of shoes that I got. It needs to be smooth leather and the heel cannot be less than half an inch and it cannot be more than 3 inches. So keep that in mind. And then my flats. I do have flats that I'm taking. It needs to be smooth black leather as well, but that's what I'll be wearing to the airport. So that's put aside. I've already picked out my attire for the airport because when we're traveling for training, you need to be in business attire just in case you're not joining this live. And this is my loafer. Like I said, I always buy things preemptively. I always go on the shopping spree. I buy things, I keep them. Sometimes I wear them, sometimes I never wear them. And this is one of those things. I literally bought this like I've been in the US for 5 years, almost going to 6 years. I bought this like 4 years ago and I've never worn them. I got them from Payless before the Payless in my area or my state shut down. So, yes, I got this from Payless. These are loafers. So they're super comfortable. So I do have that. I feel like my flats might not be what is required in a way because part of it is glossy and the other part is not, but it is leather. So I just have this as my backup. Honestly, this is what I plan on wearing the whole time because it's super comfortable. The flats are not comfortable for me. So these are going to be my go-to shoes for the training. I have a pair of loafers and then I do have these. I mean, they're all loafers, but this has a heel on it that I can use for my flight attendant attire as well. And then these are more so like casual, depending on how you wear it as well. So loafers are allowed, say less. All right. So there are other things that I'm taking as well, like shower slippers and then indoor slippers to wear in the hotel because if it's carpeted hotel, we do not want to be walking barefooted. I don't even walk barefoot in my house, let alone a public place. So we're not doing that. And then the shower also, I do have shower slippers. These were gifts as well. So shower slippers I'm going to wear whenever I shower. And then I do have slippers that I will be wearing when I'm working the hotel. Once again, I bought this a while ago. I just broke into them a few days ago just to see how it feels, but perfect. And then sandals are not allowed. So you cannot wear sandals at all. It's you cannot wear it for training in any way, shape, or form. However, I am taking a pair anyway because you might not know. I might want to take a walk outside. I might want to go visit a few friends because I do know a few people in Atlanta. So I just want to be armed and ready as usual. I'm a girl with many options or a girl who likes to have many options. So I got sandals here and we're good to go. I did not take heels because, like I said, I'm not a heels person. So I will wear. I am the girl that would want to wear sneakers to the club. So, and I don't go to the club, so we're good to go. So there we go. We got the shoes and everything. Typically, some people would like to pack by putting their shoes underneath the clothing and stuff like that. But I don't really care where it goes. I just want to make sure that everything fits in my bag. That's all. I don't really have a strategy in terms of put shoes underneath it, put shoes on top. No, I just want to fit my clothes in my bag. So we're just going to transition to packing the bag. Once again, if you're just joining the live, bear in mind, I am taking two check-in bags, the same thing, two of this, same color, same size. So I would split my clothing for training into both bags. So if I have four skirts, once again, two here, two in the other bag. However, for the purpose of showing you guys how I will pack, I will pack everything into this luggage. That way there isn't a ton of movement around. The other thing I did want to add was that I will be going for training for 6 weeks. So some of the things that I'm taking, in addition to the training attire requirements and everything, because I don't know how transportation in the area would be. So I just want to be ready. The training facility does have a laundry center, a facility where you can use, but I believe you need to bring your own detergent. And I'm assuming that it's free. You don't have to pay for it. But I will be taking $40 of quarters as well, just in case the hotel has a laundry facility that I can use and pay for it because it will be closer to me than rather than walking to the training center to do laundry. But I am taking detergent. I have some Tide Pods here. I have some Ariel detergent here also, just in case. And then this is the spot cleaner that I mentioned. There's a spot cleaner that I mentioned. It's called Shout Advance. So it's supposed to help clean, like, get rid of stains and stuff like that. They did advise that you get something like that, a sewing kit, shoe polish, and all that good stuff. So it's not required, but it's advised that you bring it. And then, can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me, guys. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Drop a comment and let me know if you can hear me. Thank you. All right, so I am getting also I'm taking a shampoo for my hair just in case I have to wash my hair. I do plan on braiding my hair, but I'm also going to, oh, let's make sure we're good. Okay, perfect. Can hear me. Thank you. Awesome. So then I do have my conditioner and my shampoo here. Awesome. So I am putting my liquids in. I taped the cover of my shampoo and conditioner because they do not necessarily have a seal on them. So I don't want any leakages or anything. And then, why is this happening? Sorry, guys. Phone is being weird right now. Okay, that's just weird. Okay, so I do have this here. So that I can easily seal them. I got these from the swimsuit that I purchased, so I'm just repurposing the bag. So I do have some liquids here that I can easily seal and then keep them in my traveling bag as well. And then I do have a first aid kit. Sorry guys, this phone is being weird right now. I do have a first aid kit. I have a hand warmer, some bandages, alcohol wipes, and stuff like that. So I'm armed and ready. And this is something I do plan on doing a video on some of my Amazon purchases for travel that you guys can get. So first thing is that I did get this. It is a medicine tracker. I do have some vitamins that I'm currently taking. So I did do 7 per case. So I know that there's one for each day of the week. So once I'm done, and the training will be for 6 weeks. And I do have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One would be my extra pills or vitamins, and then these are for each week. That way I can track it and pay attention. I don't want anything distracting me from the training. So I'm ready to go. And then I do have these bags that I got for my toiletries because I wanted a clear separation. That way, even if I do keep them in the bathroom, I know that if I do keep them in the bathroom, I know that everything has what it needs. So this is more so for the body. So this is lotion, cleanser, face cream, my sponge for shower, all that good stuff. And then my sunscreen, perfume. And then this is for face. So this is my makeup. If I ever want to wear makeup, I don't plan on wearing makeup. Probably maybe during graduation and when we do our photos or something. But I'm not a makeup person. I tend to go more natural on the skin. So this is for face and makeup. They did advise I bring a makeup remover, so I'm armed and ready as usual. And then this is for my deodorant. This is deodorant, and then I have some shaving sticks here. And then I do have a backup soap here because I am taking a liquid shower gel, but this is backup just in case something happens and I run out of soap. I have a backup emergency soap. And then I do use an electronic toothbrush, so I'm taking that with me as well. And then, yeah, toothpaste as well. And I'm taking large sizes for these items because the training is for 6 weeks. So I do want to make sure that I have enough for the 6 weeks. So I don't have to worry about buying these things. The only thing I should worry about is maybe getting food or something. And then in this, I have my hair products. So I am a natural hair girl. I need to make sure I'm armed and ready at all times. Like I said, I will be putting braids in my hair. However, if I ever decide, I don't know what's wrong, what's going on here. However, if I ever decide to wash my hair or style my hair, because I do for graduation, I do plan on wearing my natural hair with no braids or anything, just my signature Afro puff. So I do have my goods here. I took some edge control, brush, and then leave-in conditioner, some clips, combs, oil, all that good stuff. Oh, that being said, this is open. And one thing they did suggest, and it's not a requirement, but then they did suggest that you do get a sewing kit. So I do have needle and thread here. So I do have a thread here, which is in here. And then I do have a pack of needle for sewing. And then I bought a pack of safety pins as well so that I'm ready. In case anything tears or splits, I'm ready to go. So these packing cubes I did get from Amazon. Once again, I would remember to leave all the links to the items that I purchased in the description box below. So yeah, these are the packing cubes and they're so portable, so easy to use and everything. All right, now that we got that settled, and then I took some mouthwash as well, and then my shower gel for a shower. Okay, so let's start packing. All right, so let's get closer here. There will be a little bit of movement, guys, so please be patient. Perfect. Awesome. So I'm going to try and get as close as I possibly can so we can all get a good view of this packing. So I'm going to be using the rolling method because I want to maximize the space that I have in my bag. And I will start with my pants because they're closer, so that we can work our way through. Give me 1 second, guys. All righty. Okay, so let's get into it. So, like I said, closer the better, so we can all see. So this is my bag. Let's just get a better view of this. So this is the inner part of my bag. As you can see, there's nothing in here. Fairly empty. Maybe let's do this. That way we can all see better. Get a better view of how I put it in. Perfect. Perfect. Kindly let me know if you can see if it's better that way. But starting off with my pants, so I'm starting off with the slacks that I have. And like I said, I'm going to be using the rolling method because I want to maximize the space that I have. So when I take the clothing, I just roll it this way, and then we're going to set it in here. Perfect. And then here we go. Like I said, I am taking two check-in bags, and I try to put every clothing article, similar clothing articles together. That way, I know where everything is, and it's easy for me to rearrange when I get to the hotel. Yes, there is a maximum weight for your luggage. It's the same requirements when you're traveling. I believe it's is it 50 pounds? Correct me if I'm wrong. 50 pounds when you're traveling. It's the same weight, luggage weight requirement. So, which it depends on the airline you're flying with. If they require you to have 50 pounds, your check-in bags, I believe, is 50 pounds. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely answer your question in the description box. I'll probably do more research, but I know the requirements are the same. Just because you're going for flight attendant training does not mean that you're exception to the rule. Whatever requirements are there are for check-in luggage is what you're supposed to have. So you going as a flight attendant, you're not yet a flight attendant, you're a flight attendant student. So you don't have any exceptions like the way flight attendants can have like three carry-on items. You going, you can only have two, one personal item and then one carry-on. Exactly. So keep that in mind. You're still considered as a passenger at that point. So I'm going to follow up with my skirts. So what I'm going to do is that because these are my slacks, I would definitely put my pants on top of them as well. That way I can use this side and this space next to it as well. So starting off with the pants, like I said, I'm using the rolling method. So let me know if you guys can see. If not, I gladly change my position right quick. So this is the rolling method. Just rolling that down there. Put that on top here. And then I'm not going to pack my bags too full. And the reason why I'm taking two carry-on bags is because it gives me more weight. Because this is 50 and that's 50, that gives me 100 pounds of weight that I can carry along with me. Because you will get uniforms and other things, and you might shop and buy things too. So you need to make sure that you have enough room and you're covered. So I do have my pants here. Like I said, I'm using the rolling method. And if you have any tags and labels, you can remove them because all that adds weight to your luggage as well. So keep that in mind. I prefer to keep mine, but if you're trying to maximize the weight that you have, for me, now that I'm going, I'm not going to overpack my bag, so weight won't be a problem. But the thing is that if you're coming back and you're going to bring additional things, if you have any clothing apparel that you did not wear that has what you call it, tags and labels on them, remove them because that adds weight to the luggage as well. So I have the skirt, so we're going with the rolling method here. And I'm adding my skirt on top of that as well. Like I said, I'm keeping them all together. That way I know where everything is. And then we're gonna roll that here and put that on top here. And remember, I've already packed this bag earlier, and all these things that you see here all fit here with enough room for other stuff. So it's really not, it doesn't look that bad. It's not as bad as it looks. All right. So there we go. And then roll that and put that on top. Oh, guess things are falling here. Here we go. Things are dropping over here. But I just use a rolling method and just pack it that way so I can maximize the space that I have here. And then I go in with the rest, and essentially that is it. So, like I said, if you're looking to get ready for training, this is the way to go. I'm just going to reposition again so I can give you guys different angles so you can see how I'm doing this. So I do have my things here. I did pack the skirts and the pants and the slacks, so we're good to go on that. Next, we're going to work on the sweaters. And like I said, use a rolling method, squeeze it as tight. Some people use packing cubes. I did not want to invest in packing cubes for now. I wanted to save that for when I start working, because that way I know this is going to be for workout, this is going to be for my outing attire, this is a uniform, because that's when I'll actually need it. This is just training, so it doesn't really matter where anything is in my bag. We're not looking for perfection here. But some people do use packing cubes. If you do want to use packing cubes, you can do so. There are several on Walmart. I will try and definitely add those items to, since I don't have an Amazon storefront yet, I will add it to my wish list. That way you can go check it out because I can make that public, and then you can see the things that you can get potentially. That way you have access to all these things that I'm showing here. because I don't have a storefront yet for you to make the purchase directly from there. But the least I can do is to just add it to my wish list so you can find the items there. There we go. Sweater goes in, and I'm not the best when it comes to packing, so I'm not looking for perfection here. Remember that. And then we're just gonna roll that in. And like I said, some people do go in with shoes first, and then they follow suit with clothing or apparel. I don't. I'm not that concerned with that. I just want everything to fit in my bag. That's my concern. That's all I care about. But whatever way gives you the maximum space you need, please go ahead and take advantage of that. So I do have this also. These are the blazers. So my blazers are going in now. Remember, if you're just joining the live, the normal weight applies. So if you're looking, just because you're a flight attendant doesn't mean that you're going to get flight attendant privileges right now. I know flight attendants, for example, get 3 carry-on items. To get their carry-on bag, their lunchbox, a personal item, and another thing. Like, yes, you are a flight attendant student. That doesn't apply to you yet. So remember that you have to ride like a passenger. So the normal travel requirements apply to you as a passenger. Keep that in mind. Also, while we're on the subject of packing, just to keep things flowing, let me know in the comment section if you've gotten your CJO yet. If you do come across this video, please let me know. I know a few of you had your event day coming up this month. How did that go? Please share your experience. Are you part of my training class? Let me know. Let me know because it is hard out here in these streets. Like, it's just so much going on. If you are waiting for communication from the company, also please keep an eye on your email. I literally got an email for setting up employee information and stuff like that, getting my employee ID and all that good stuff yesterday at 7 p.m. Like, who sends a business email at 7 p.m.? So remember that. Like, I got that at 7 p.m. So you can get the email at any point in time. So just be mindful, pay attention, check your trash, check your spam. So right now, let me add the pants and I'll show you guys. Because so far, just on this side of the bag, I have my slacks, my pants, my blazers, my skirts, and now I'm about to add, and my sweaters. I'm about to add my jeans to it as well. I'm about to add my jeans. Remember, this is not what you should buy. This is what you should get. Dark navy blue pants. This is what you should get. No, I can't stress this because they're very particular about it. To them, wearing jeans is a privilege. So when they give you the requirements, the least you can do is to just follow. And when I say no fading at all, because I have a dark blue pants that has like slightly fades here. You cannot take that. They were very particular about that. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Training is not the place to go and play. Training is when the best time for you to follow instructions. Because remember, the job, you're very independent. So if you're very independent and you can't follow instructions when the person who's watching you is here right now, then what are you going to do when you're alone on your own on the plane by yourself? So training is the time to show that you can follow instructions and you pay attention to details. So do not go and play because they will not hesitate to send you home. Keep that in mind. So progress report. So far, I have all my pants, my jeans, my slacks, my blazers, my sweater, my skirt for the business attire. I am moving on to my dresses now. Like I said, you don't have to pack all this. I am a girl who likes to have options. So that's why I have so many of these and I'm using the rolling method just to give me more space so I can maximize the space that I have. So that goes down there. And I already went through, if you're just getting to this portion of the live, I already went through everything that I was sending for training. So if you do want that, you can watch the replay for sure for that. But this is it, rolling method. I am not looking for perfection here once again. There we go. I'm just trying to maximize the space I have here. And once again, I am going to take some of these out of here and put it in my other bag because if you are going to take 2 check-in bags, please remember to split your clothing articles into the bags. So if I have 4 dresses, 2 are going to go in one bag, 2 will go in the other because anything can happen. You're flying as a passenger, so you have no control over when you check in a bag, anything can happen, whether you're an employee or passenger, it can get lost, it can get delayed, and we want to be ready, right? So what we're going to do is that we're going to split our clothing into both bags. That way, we increase our options of getting something to wear, even if our luggage gets missing. If both gets missing, then you know it's a done deal. But at that point, you tried. At that point, no one can say you did not try. So I'm moving on to the white shirts right now. Here we go. Moving on to the white shirts right now. And let's do that. I'm just folding them anyhow. I'm not worried about it getting wrinkled or anything because I expect there to be an iron in the hotel. If there isn't, then your girl will have to go buy one. So whatever needs to happen, we're gonna make it happen. But typically, there are hotels have ironing boards and irons there, so that way I can fold. I can iron my things the day before, get my clothing ready and stuff like that. That's something I plan on doing. I did get let me see if I can show you guys, but organizer cubes so that when I do get to the hotel, I'll show you guys. I'll grab it right quick. Let me just finish with this. That way, it's something to consider as well, um, so that I can pick out my clothes and set them as though I'm at home. So I did get this closet essentials. So I would definitely, depending on which side of the bed I'm on, I will keep this, open this, and set my clothing in there. So I bought four. So maybe one for pants and slacks, one for skirts, one for dresses, and one for shorts and blouses. That way I have all my clothing out in the open. And then if I do have to pick out a fit for the day or for the next day, I can easily pick it out and not have to run through my luggage again. See, that's a tip. So you can get these closet essentials. It's collapsible, so I buy them this way. When I get there, I will set them on, and then put my clothing in. So I'll probably put my pants in one, skirts in the other, and then dresses and blazers or something. I'll figure it out. My blazers I'll definitely hang on hangers and stuff like that, and blouses, but I don't know. But this is just something to consider, just to give you some better organization in the hotel. Because remember, hotels don't have a lot of closet space, and if you are aware of it, depending on which airline you're going to, I'm sure all the airlines do this, but when you go for training, you share your room with somebody else. So the room is not only for you. So whatever space you have, you will be sharing with other people. So keep that in mind as well. Yeah, keep that in mind. You will be sharing with other people. So, and then talking about money, I know I spoke about this briefly in the beginning of the video. Once again, if you already have these things, just reuse them. If you don't have and you do have to buy, be mindful of how you spend your money because um, when you start the job, like the airline company that I work for, they, I believe, are the only ones that are currently paying for training, but most of them don't, if not all of them. And even though they are paying you for training, if you've seen your contract, it's very small. The money is very, very small. It's like the minimum wage of Atlanta. I, for one, I live in Washington State. My bills are in Washington State rates. So if I'm getting paid the minimum wage of a state that has a very low, not necessarily a low standard of living, but clearly rent is very high here, or the minimum wage for that state is very low, it doesn't help me because then, it doesn't help. But just make sure that you have something saved up, ready to go, and be mindful of how you spend. You might end up buying unnecessary things too. So if it meets the requirement, whether it's pretty or not, that's not the goal. The goal is not to go look pretty. The goal is to go past training, get your wings, and become a flight attendant so we can all fly. That's the goal. So let that be the end game for you. It's not about looking pretty at all. That should not be your focus. Do not focus on that. Don't focus on that at all. And I know I had a question from somebody in the comment section under one of my videos where they wanted, I spoke about this earlier too, where they wanted to see like a complete fit of what to wear for your event day. I will try and do another live or just record a short video on the things that I wore or options or things to wear. I will just, or I might just post on my community page what I wore. But one advice is that go for darker colors. Wear black. If it's a dress, wear a black dress, gray dress. Just make sure that it's not too short. Your dresses are not too short. If for training they want it to be in the middle of your knee, then make sure your dress is at least when you're standing in the middle of your knees. Keep that in mind. And then if you want to wear a blazer, wear a blazer. For me, I wore a black skirt, a white inner top, and then a black and white blazer. I did not wear purple. I saw somebody who was wearing a purple suit. They wore a purple suit with a white inner and they did not get their CJO. I don't know if it, I mean, to me, she had a good personality. I don't know. But she did ask questions about how scheduling can be and how like ask the way she asked. I mean, personally for me, if I was an interviewer in that room, the way she asked the question, I wouldn't give her CJO. Not because she's bad or anything. I mean, she was very nice. She had a really nice personality, but the way she asked the question gave a feel, at least to me, that she won't be flexible to the flexibility to the level required to become a flight attendant, in the sense that she seemed like she had a lot going on that made her too busy, that will make her too busy for the job, or that will make it difficult for her to manage the job and the flight attendant schedule, her job, and then or whatever she had going on in the flight attendant schedule. So for me, I don't know if that's why she didn't get her CJO or she did not do well at her in-person interview. I cannot specifically state, but there were several things wrong with her. The fact that she asked that question in that manner, and then also the fact that she had on a purple suit. It wasn't like bright purple. It was like that dark tone purple. It was like light dark tone purple. I don't know how to say it, but I don't have anything of that color. I would have shown. It wasn't. It was like the lighter shade of this. Yes, it was like a lighter shade of this. Something more so towards like something like this. Yes, exactly. This was her suit color, and she didn't get her CJL. And for me, honestly, when I first saw her, my first impression was, "Oh my God, why are you wearing purple suit? Like this is not a casual thing. You're supposed to wear professional wear. It's a suit, but the color is it's not it's not. So I would just say just be safe. When you are done with the job, like when you're going for your event day and you're training, that's not the time to be pulling out your fashion skills or whatever. That's not the goal. The goal is for you to go get something. So, and just because you're wearing black and white doesn't mean that you won't get the CJO. It's about how you wear. Like I said, I wore this black and white blazer and then I wore black skirt and a white tube. Even if you're going to wear a black set, right? Maybe you're going to wear a black blazer and a black skirt. Wear a white inner top because I feel like the white makes you pop. It brightens up the look. If you want any sort of brightness or any sort of like, if you want to brighten up your look, just wear something white. So if you're going to wear like a pants and a jacket set, make sure that the blouse you're wearing underneath or the vest you're wearing underneath is white to give you some color. I cannot say, or if you're going to wear navy blue, because navy blue on white looks really nice too, or even gray on white. Yeah, gray on white looks really nice too. So you can do that too. Yeah, gray on white is really nice. So that would really pop too. So keep that in mind. And then I'm on this. So I have that here. The last things that I have here are my bathing soap. These things, my shoes and all that good stuff. I'm not obviously we all know how to pack our shoes. You just drop it in there. I'm just showing you guys how I'm folding the business attire, the clothing set, so you see how I get it in my bag. I still have enough space in the corner here. So these are my swimsuit. I'm gonna fix in the corner right here. And remember, if you're just joining this live, sorry, I am. I bought two pairs of swimsuit, so I have options. One bright color, one conservative color. They did not specify what the color should be. So that's good. And then I have this. These are my shorts that will be the cover for me. And then I have this swimsuit. Like I said, I got these from Amazon. They were like, I think the, the areas that I spent a lot of money on were my swimsuit and the white shirts. But sometimes you're going to have to invest. So it is what it is. So I am fully packed right now. So assuming I was just taking this bag, this side is full, and I do have a carry-on, so that Oh, the other thing to remember to get is stationery. I don't want to forget that. I don't want to forget that. So I can literally put my liquids on the side here as well. I can put these on the side here. Remember, if you do want to put liquids in your carry-on, this should not be more than 4 ounces. Yes, I believe it's 4 ounces. So anything more than 4 ounces, TSA is going to take it and put it in the trash. So if you have perfumes or lotion, any body splash, body, whatever, do not, if it's more than 4 ounces or it's not travel size, do not take it, put in your carry-on or your personal item bag. Put all that in your check-in bags. And then I do have a first aid kit here, so I can literally put my shoes on the side here and all that good stuff. So these can go here, and then I can put my loafers down there too. And then I can put my sneakers here, and then this bag will essentially be full. But this is how it turned out. So I wrote everything. I still have a ton of room right here. Sorry, I still have a ton of room in the corner here. I just placed my shoes here. These shoes have not been worn, so I'm not worried about anything dirty and anything. They're all new. But I have my swimsuit, my blouses, and my shirt, and then my dresses. I have my blazers, pants, skirts, slacks, and everything here. Remember, before I forget, lint rollers. Lint rollers are very, very necessary. And you know how when you have washed a clothing piece, the like the growth or the roughness that generates on that clothing, one way to get rid of it, you can get the machine. There's a machine sold at Walmart that you can pass over your clothing and it would literally shave them off. However, you can use a shaving stick to do it. If you have a blade, you can use a blade to do it. And I mean, blades are not allowed. I don't think you can take a knife or whatever through TSA or whatever it is, but shaving sticks, yes. You can use a shaving stick to shave those things off. So if the clothing apparel is old and it has those particles on top of it, or that I don't know how to call it. That's a name for it. There's got to be a name for it. That's a name for everything. But if you have that on your clothing apparel and you want it to look a little bit new or on the newer side, you can use a shaving stick to scrape that off. And then after you do it, you can use a lint roller to remove those things off of it. But you do need this for sure because those black jackets, those black pants can pick up fiber pretty quickly. So please get lint rollers. And then I do have my belts. Remember, pro tip, make sure you get the belts that have holes on all of them. So this belt, I can adjust to any level because every single portion of the belt is a hole. Even though you can't see, it's a hole. This is how small it is. So if I'm wearing a high waist pants or skirt, the rule is that if your belt loops are visible, you have to wear a belt and it needs to be solid black as well. It is a lot. Trust me, I know, I know. I see in the comment section, LG. It is a lot. The requirements are a lot. So you just have to be ready. For me, that's why I'm starting early. My training is in a week, over a week now, but I just want to pack everything and make it ready. I did also create a list of everything that I have currently in my luggage. That way, I have two lists. So before I got the perspective, I started making a list of the things that I would need to take along on my phone. And now that I have all the things that I have now, I've made a list of the clothing material, especially for the training side, a list of every single apparel that I'm taking. That way, or the type of apparel that I'm taking. That way, I don't have to unpack anything just to see what I actually have or to confirm. So I've written a list of everything that I have, and I'm going to compare that against the initial list I made on my phone. That way, if there's anything that I'm missing, I can fill in. But just be patient, take your time, take it easy, don't overwhelm yourself because it can be a lot. When when I got that perspective, I was like, oh my God, this feels like boarding school. Like it's just crazy. And but once I went through it and I figured out what my options were, what was required and what was not, it's actually not that bad. It's just that I was fortunate to have these things available already, majority of them available already. I only had to buy a few things, and things are quite expensive now. So if you can strategize, if you can get it from the Goodwill, Value Village, Amazon, somewhere that's cheap, get it if it's cheap. It's not about the quality. It's if the color meets the requirement. It's if it fits properly. It's if it's not torn. It doesn't look professional. That's the goal. It's not about looking pretty or having even let me tell this. If you have Gucci purses, Michael Kors, Louis Vuitton, any bag or shoe that has like the company or the brand ornaments on it. I don't, is it ornament? Like, you know how the bags would have like Michael Kors would have like Michael Kors hanging on the side, like the metal thing pendant or whatever hanging on the side or on the back. They don't want that. So let me show you guys right quick the bag or the purse that I will be using. They want your bag or purse or wallet to be solid black when you're in the training facility with none of those things on it. So let me show you guys right quick. The other thing is that school bags are not allowed. So backpacks are not allowed in the training facility. So for me, the purse that I will be using, as if I knew and I bought this, like everything I bought, as if I knew this was going to be my future. Um, so I did get this bag set from, I got it from Ross. So it was like a tote bag, like a professional corporate like office bag for women, and it was a set. So it came with this mini bag, the big one, and then a black wallet, which I don't have in here right now. But it's some sort of brand. But the good thing is that you see how you see how usually Michael Kors would have like a metal thing here, or Gucci, or I don't know those brands, but keep your labels at home because they don't want anything that's extravagant or over the top, you know? So keep those things at home, but they want solid black. They did state that they would give you like a messenger bag or like we would say like a laptop bag where you can use for training. I do plan on using that because backpacks are not allowed. So I'm not even gonna bother myself to take a backpack with me. But this will literally be my purse, but the one is solid black. And then also your wallet should be black as well. So trust me, it is very specific. So keep that in mind. So if you have shoes with like the the company brand print all over it or their metal pendant or ornament or whatever you want to call it on it, you can't bring those things there. No, they're not playing that game. That being said, let me see if I've missed anything. I think I got everything for you guys. So yes, this is what I'm taking to my flight attendant training. It is a 6 weeks training, so I did pack on the heavy side, so I have options. I do plan on taking some snacks because I don't know what the hotel situation would be, and at least for the first few days, I do want to have some snacks available. That way, I can nibble on, and then since we're on a budget, we don't want to spend too much. Based on the orientation that was provided, virtually. They do have like Chick-fil-A on site, a gym on site. So if you want to work out, you can do that as well. They do have a hospital or clinic on site. They do have Walmart pharmacy there. There are restaurants and there is a cafeteria. So there are options in terms of where to get food. Plus, it is Atlanta if you apply to the airline that I did. So food options or it's Atlanta. I mean, you're gonna get food. I mean, when I went for my event day, I ate from the hotel and it was okay. So it's just that it can get expensive. But just eat proportionally because at the end of the day, you don't want to spend too much. So if you do get food at the hotel, divide it to two portions. Eat half today, eat half tomorrow. Because remember, they are paying you, but it's literally the minimum wage. If not, it's just very low. I've never been paid that amount before, so it's still a shock to me. And then one advice is that spend your money wisely. Do not spend so much on your clothing. Just get the basic things. No matter how cheap it is, just get it. As long as it looks good, get it. Don't forget a sewing kit is very, very necessary. Stain remover, get that. If you do wear makeup, make sure that you're ready to put on natural look and nothing too flashy or all over the place. That's not the goal. But I believe this is it. Yeah, this is it. If you do have any questions, kindly let me know in the comment section below. I will definitely be on top of my messages to respond. It can be a lot, so just relax, take it easy. It's not the end of the world. The goal is to get your wings, and that's what you should be focused on as well. Stationery, yes, please get stationery as well. Index cards, if it helps you study. I did get a few index cards, and then I did get a notebook. Let me see if I can show you. I don't have it, but let me grab it right quick so you can see exactly what I got. See, I almost forgot a few important things. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot these. Pantyhose. So, like I said in the beginning, pantyhose are not required. Oh, sorry. I'm thirsty already. Pantyhose are not required when you're on the line. Like when you start working as a flight attendant, you're not required. It's optional to wear pantyhose anymore. If you do have to wear them, they have to be skin tone color. But for training, it did state in the prospectus that we needed to wear pantyhose if you wore like skirts or dresses or something like that. So I brought some, but I know for the job itself, it's no longer required. You have to get skin tone. Unfortunately, apparently, I did not know there was such a high demand for pantyhose. When I went to Walmart, I could barely get my size. This is like extra, extra large or something like that. But I like to feel comfortable in my pantyhose. I don't really need them to be extra tight, so I'm good. And then when I went to Marshall's, I bought another set as well because I wanted to have options. This has two pairs. I got it from Walmart. And it was I think like 9.99 or 9.89 or something like that. And I got this from Marshalls, and this was 7.99. I'm not a pantyhose person, so I do not look forward to wearing it. But if I do have to wear it for training, I'm down for it. Trust me, I'm not gonna fight it. The other thing that I bought before I move on to the stationery is a jewelry box. Like I said, I would definitely put all these things on my wish list. That way, when you go to the link I'm going to leave in the description box, you can see all those items and you can buy them for yourself as well. Because I don't have an Amazon storefront yet. I mean, if you subscribe, maybe I would, let's make that happen. Hello. If you're watching the video and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right quick, girl. We're on a go. We're on a mission here. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And then this is a jewelry box that I got for my jewelry. I do have a few rings here. My earrings are in here. Earrings wise, this set pearls, nothing too big. I believe the size of the earring should not be more than a dime, I believe. So for me, honestly, this is what I'm going to be wearing: the pearls or the clear diamonds. So they did specify clear diamonds and I think pearls, and it shouldn't be bigger than a dime or something like that. Like it needed to be very small and dainty. Even with the necklaces, there were specifications of how big or small the pendant should be. I'm not even gonna risk wearing any necklaces at all. I'm just gonna stick with the earrings and I'm good to go. And it would be pearls like this or clear diamonds like this or gold. Yeah, that's what we're sticking with. And then rings, also there's specifications. If you do have a ring set, wedding ring set, that serves as one. So there's certain moments when you can wear two sets or two rings, and then there's certain times when you can wear, I think, up to three. It depends on what the occasion is or what the situation is. But your ring set, if you have your wedding ring and your engagement ring, those two serve as one set. So like one ring. So that keep that in mind. So yeah, here we are. I got this jewelry set from Amazon. This I plan on using even when I start working, so it's definitely going to come in handy. And to the final thing, which is the stationery, I did get some index cards. I've never been a person who studied with index cards, but they did suggest that you get them because when you're learning about the planes and stuff like that, there are going to be several parts that you need to remember. And because there are multiple planes, you can literally take one index card, 757, Boeing 757, and then the specs and what you need to know. So if you're learning how to disarm the door or open the door, you know you're writing everything here. So when you pick the index card, you have ready information for you to study. So I bought two types, the colored ones and then white ones, and I bought different sizes. And then I bought a pack of legal notepads. I like using these instead of the ones with the spiral here. I don't know, I just love these. They're big, they feel better. So this is just me. And I bought a 3 pack. I got these from Walmart as well. And then I bought a spiral notebook, a big spiral notebook. And I bought the college rule because I love college rule. And then also, I bought the ones for several sections because that way I can section the notes that I take. I did not get too many stationery because I don't know. They might give us like actual like papers of the training materials and stuff like that, or they can be virtual and I can just use this to take my own personal notes. Worst case scenario, I have backup, which is here. So this is it, guys. This is it. Flight attendant training 2023. I'm here giving you real time information, how to pack, what to take. And then obviously you need to take personal items too. Like don't forget your medicine. If you have Tylenol, I'm taking Tylenol just in case I get a headache. I'm not a person to take medication, but I'm just taking it for backup. Like I said, I'm taking snacks. I'm taking ramen noodles, so I have backup. Just anything, like take whatever you need. One pro tip I will give is just make a list of the things you need to take. So every single day, ever since I got my CJO and I was waiting for my training date, I was creating a list of the things I need to take for training. Because sometimes you might not think you need something. So if let's say I'm in the bathroom and brushing my teeth and I use a pick or something, or I brush my hair, I know that, oh, I need to take a brush. If put a scarf on my hair, I need to take a scarf. If I put a bonnet on my head, I need to take a bonnet. So I add it to the list. So do that in real time as you're doing or living your everyday activities. That way you know what to take in real time. So chances of you forgetting something is minimized. I did also get something that I did not, I won't be able to show here, but I did get a bag for my electronics. So I am a vlogger. I do create content. So I do have an electronics bag where I would keep all my chargers, my camera, my phone charger, my SD cards, and all that, which is something I would use when I get on a line as well. So keep that in mind. Make your own personal list even before you get the perspectives from them, because once you have your own personal list, you know what you need personally, and then whatever they need will just complement the list you have. Once again, thank you so much for watching today's video, coming to you live from the comfort of my living room, which is a mess right now because there are things everywhere. But I do appreciate you for watching. Please like and support me. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers by mid of this year, by July. So please support your girl by subscribing, share my videos, share my content, invite your friends to watch. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next live. Let me know in the comment section below if you also enjoy the lives as well. And if there's anything specific that you want a video on, let me know as well. I am open to you. Once again, as I've always said, I am here for you. I am here for that new flight attendant who just got her CJO, who's preparing for training. Let me know what you need, and I got it for you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.